Hey everyone, welcome to Financial Revelations. I am David Szafranski. I know we took last week off. We were just, we were busy. And so here I am. I wrote a book. I don't have a copy of it in front of me, but I did write a book. It's called The Sin of Retirement. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at sinofretirement.com. Corey will put my website under here. On Amazon, you can get the ebook and you can get the audiobook. I did not read the audiobook, so you're not going to have to suffer through my voice for 12 hours. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know how long the audiobook is, but I did listen to it. I thought it was very well done. There's one mistake. See if you catch it. But I want you to buy the book. It's a great book, and it has had an impact on people. We're also doing a missions trip in March of 2026. If you want to get information on that, let me know. There's probably going to be more than one trip next year because there's a lot of people that want to go. And I want you to go if you want to go. It's not a fundraising trip. We don't charge people $10,000. Basically, we pay for the costs, and then if you want to leave money there, that's up to you. So, hey, I want to talk about what has been an extraordinary 30, 60, 90 days. And I truly mean this. It has been an extraordinary time in the history of our country and of the world. And I almost needed last week to process some of the things that were happening. Corey and I were talking earlier. We were watching videos of the hostages, the Israeli hostages coming home, and it was so emotional for me. I don't know any of these people personally, but it was so emotional to watch this. And I think, one of the things that I thought of last week, I was trying to what does all of this mean? What did we just see happen? I can kind of distill it down to one very basic, but yet extremely important concept that is controlling all of what is going on right now. And that is that American power and might is on bright display once again. The best time to negotiate with your enemy is when they're completely terrified of you. And right now, our enemies are completely terrified of us, of the United States, of Donald Trump. And the first thing I thought was, it is about damn time our enemies are afraid of us again. And it's, when the world's despots are afraid of the United States, the world is a lot safer. It is a lot safer place when people wonder, is a missile going to show up in my bedroom tonight? Should I be sleeping in different places? Should everybody be in hiding? Should I be stashing money in Switzerland? When the world's despots are thinking like this, the world is safer. It is not a casual truth. It is a real truth. It is an absolute truth. And we have seen this over time. And I think we've kind of lost our way on that for quite some time. That we were ashamed of being the world's only superpower. And why do I think we're the only superpower? Why? You say, well, what about China? Well, China is undoubtedly powerful. There's no doubt about that. They are a powerful nation, but they are nowhere near what the United States is. Economically, we could sink them right now. And, part of, the other day, Donald Trump said that we're in a trade war with China. We are in a trade war with China. And when you're the country with the big trade surplus, you have nothing but losses ahead of you. When you're the country with the trade deficit, which is who we are, we have nothing but wins ahead of us. And China knows this. China is in a hurry because they have more problems than just the United States right now. But the last 30, 60, 90 days have been extraordinary. What has happened in the last 30 to 60, 90 days? Well, we did something that I never thought would happen. I honestly never thought an American president would do this. All we did was talk about it. Iran is 2 minutes away from a nuclear bomb. They're 3 months away from a nuclear bomb. So what did we do? We took out their nuclear sites. We in the middle of the night. We did a decoy mission where we flew B-2 bombers to another place to make it look like we were going someplace else. And then in the middle of the night, we dropped these bunker buster bombs on Iran and obviously took out their nuclear sites because they're off the battlefield. And once that happened, that one successful mission, that perfectly planned, perfectly executed, surprise mission in the middle of the night led to Hamas being off the battlefield. They lost their support network. In the amount of time it took for the bunker buster to leave the B-2 to take out the nuclear site, in that time frame, right there, you're looking at the time frame, Hamas lost its support network. Iran lost its proxy system. Iran, as a power broker, for the time being, is totally gone. The Iran nuclear sites, gone. Hamas, gone. Did you ever in your life think that this would happen? The Israeli hostages released. And as I watched this video of the Israeli hostages coming home, their return to their families, I don't think I've ever witnessed anything like this before. I just, in my lifetime. And I just had a birthday, for those of you who are wondering. I'm 45-ish again. So don't even ask how old I am. It doesn't matter. Whatever the age number is, I'm 20 years younger than that, and I believe that with all my heart. I was at the gym this morning, squatting, bench pressing massive amounts of weight, because I want to go to the Amazon and I want to dig wells. You know, I wrote a book called The Sin of Retirement, and I believe I don't believe that retirement is a sin, okay? And I don't want to give away the book, but what the world has turned it into, a life of leisure and excess, I don't want to have anything to do with that. I want to be able to go to the Amazon for the next 25 years, if God willing, if my health holds out, and be part of what's going on there because it's so extraordinary. The last mission trip we went on with the Ukrainian team, 66 people gave their life to Christ in one afternoon. And I want to be part of that. And watching, and I got off task there, but watching these Israelis come home, I never seen anything like this before. This is just extraordinary. We have peace in the Middle East. There's actually peace in the Middle East. And now the rebuilding of the Palestinian territory of Gaza without Hamas can begin. Now, I don't know if the peace agreement's going to hold. I don't know. I hope it does for everybody involved, because there has been a lot of death over there. There's just been massive. And of course we would want to see that stop. If it's possible, we'd want to see it stop. I really believe that Donald Trump has done more. He's only been president for 9 months. He's only been president, but in 9 months he's done more than most presidents do in 8 years. Donald Trump has successfully reinstated the U.S. as the dominant world superpower. And what happens when those things happen, when we are looked at like the dominant country in the world, things just go better for everybody. The markets go up, business increases, people pay attention to what we say. Our enemies kind of lay low for a long time. We can't get lazy in this. We have to keep this up. And we can talk economics. We talk about the Fed and all that stuff, but I think this is even more important because it leads to way better things. And when you're a free market capitalist, when you're a God-fearing, superpower-loving free market capitalist, the world gets better. And we can drag more people out of poverty, because as we get wealthier, we give a lot of money away. This is the most charitable country that's ever existed. We do more for more people around the world than anybody has ever thought possible. I mean, we go to the Amazon and dig wells for a village, and that's a great thing. but it's a small thing compared to what's going on worldwide. I was talking to people today that are drilling wells in Uganda and last week in other parts of Africa. And this is going on everywhere. This is Americans doing this. And this is something to be, I want to be proud of it. I want to encourage it, but I don't want to get too proud of it. I want to stay in the game. And in the same way, our country has to stay in the game. Donald Trump can't relax. I don't think he would anyway. Look, there's going to be 2 more rate cuts this year. Markets are going to go up. I know today the markets are horrible, but that's okay. We buy on days like this. I'm looking at risk assets. I'm looking at things that will be rewarded by lower interest rates. That's how we work. Now, your portfolio may be different. Talk to your people, whoever those people are. If you have people, hopefully you have people. But I'm telling you, even more important than our money is this projection of power that the United States is casting right now is good for everybody. I've always been proud to be an American. I really got patriotic in basic training. That's where I realized what this was about. I was young. You know, when you're young, you kind of don't really know what the world is like and all that. I turned 21 in basic training. I was like the old man in basic training. It was funny. But I was still stronger than everybody else there. And I want to stay strong. I want to remain a little bit dangerous. That's okay. I like that. But I got patriotic in basic training, and I've been patriotic for the rest of my life up until this very moment. You could see a flag in the background. I believe this stuff. I believe that America is the greatest superpower that has ever been and has the greatest capacity to drag more people out of poverty and like the death spiral that some of these countries are in. We can do that. Not out of superpower might, but because we're the richest country that's ever been. And we love to give money away to people. We love to lift other people up. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's what happens when we are the superpower. This is the best thing that's happened for our country in a long time. And I know some people that listen to this say, well, you know, Donald Trump, I like him, but I don't like him personally. I love this guy. This is amazing what he's doing. Behind this camera, I have hanging up the inauguration program and tickets for when he and J.D. Vance got inaugurated. I am so proud of this country right now. I can't tell you. And I want you to be that proud of it. Now, if you don't like what's going on, you know, use your vote. We live and die by that vote. And as Barack Obama said, elections have consequences. So, but I'm telling you, this is the greatest thing that's happened to the country in a long time. I am David Szafranski, author, a real American, a true red-blooded patriot, and the voice you can trust.